G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero. G.I. Joe is there. It's G.I. Joe against Cobra.
Endgame program, and be done with them.
Oops, I forgot to hit the camera. Okay, sorry. Rough start tonight. It's 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what time it is. It's the time to talk about some G.I. Joes and Transformers. And it already got Zoran in the chat going crazy, saying that maybe we should cut the live stream this week so we come back strong for San Diego Comic-Con. Wow. Wow. Anyways, guys, welcome to the channel. We're here to have some fun, talk about some G.I. Joes, talk about some Transformers. We are a little light on news this week, as Zoran mentioned or whatever, but that doesn't mean we can't have some fun. I can leave it up to you guys. You guys can direct where you want to go with what we chat about tonight. Leave some comments in the chat, and we'll see where it goes. Yeah, so let's get to it. There's so much chatter here already. I can't even keep up with it. I'm looking at here. Yeah, Saw Viper still need a haircut. I agree. Yeah. You guys, man, you Saw Viper and Zoran already picking at me. That you guys are crazy, man. You guys are crazy. Well, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. We'll find some stuff to talk about, Zoran. Don't worry. Be happy. I got some stuff that came in. I got some stuff that I'm working on. Look, I tell you right here, right now. Next week, be here. I got some huge acquisitions coming tomorrow. So it'll be on next week's stream. So make sure you come back next week to see something big that I got. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. Not going to give it away right now. Anyways, like always, audio's good. Audio check. Somebody tell me if audio's good. Like always, though, we'll do a quick. I never know, like, do people Zoran, you got Blowtorch, that's cool. Do people like my recap of stuff that I acquired, you know, from this thrift store, through Facebook? Like, I find it's a nice little way to open the show, as in, like, you know, keep people interested. So, you know what, let me know in the comments, or the chat, sorry, let me know. Why you say no sound? Unmute. Is there no sound? Zoran, you told me you were drunk earlier. Are you causing shit already? Now I gotta go check it. Is there sound? Somebody else besides Zoran tell me if there's sound. Nothing. Saw Viper likes seeing what we got. Look at that. Zoran, you know Zoran is playing the long game. He got here early when it's the back end of the live stream chatted, and he was chatting to himself because you know why? He wanted to guarantee himself that he was number one this week. Okay, Saw Viper, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the audio check. Anyways, quickly, okay. So, like I said, I'm working on something big. I'll have some stuff to show you next week that's really crazy. This week, though, just quickly, I got this Power of the Prime Transformer. I think it's Darkwing. And the only reason I picked this up, some guy was selling them locally, and I have the other guy. And I believe they can still combine, like, the Generation 1 characters, I believe. So I got this guy because I have the other guy, the white guy, Dreadwing maybe, or that's the combined mode. So I'll figure that out. I'll see if those guys can go together. I didn't need this, but it was like $10 locally or whatever. So, I mean, pretty cool. Got that. Got that. So that's added to the pile. There was a couple things. What did I get? Oh my god. We got a mail call quickly. But now this thing. This, I teased this last week. This is a thing of beauty. I got this week. Look at this thing. From the 1999-2000 release of G.I. Joe. That was at Toys R Us. It looks like it's pretty much complete, actually. It's funny because I don't know if they adjusted the wheels, but obviously all the Rattlers, the original Rattlers, had issues with the bottom here, and they would crack off. I think they've modified it to make it a lot better, but I can't get the front one to go in, and I really don't want to force it. I might have to take a hair dryer to it, because ideally, if I was gonna like store this, I want this wheel in. Anyways, it comes with what appears to be both figures that it did come with. There's two guys here, and the only thing is, this thing's old, and apparently you won't be able to see this on screen, but this missile cracked due to age. I guess the plastic got old. So a couple of missiles are messed up, but this thing is pretty damn sweet. It's got the teeth. It looks like a proper military A-10 Warthog. It's got the G.I. Joe logo. It's got the United States, a couple things on it. Very, very cool. Gatling gun still works. And it comes with all the missiles, but some of them are damaged. Whatever. So sweet. I think this is a really awesome addition to the collection. So yeah. So anyways, so pretty cool. So Zoran, yeah, if you're paying attention, last week I just showed a picture of it, but now I actually have it. I picked it up on the weekend, or Friday, I think. So last week I just showed a picture of it, but this week it's actually made it to my house. So it's pretty sweet, man. Oh my God. Like, this is like, for me, this was one of the pieces that like, I always thought was really cool. But I was like, well, I'll never get that because like I could have possibly got it at retail. I remember when this series was out at retail at Toys R Us. But I just passed on it. It was just this weird time when I was like, depending on my age. Yeah, anyways, it's very cool. It's funny. I think they're put on backwards. Anyways, very cool, and very happy to add it to the collection. So, yeah, the Warthog, the A-10 Warthog from G.I. Joe's arsenal of jets. Pretty sweet. Love the camo pattern on it. Anyways, it's going to fly off over here. So, I mean, who doesn't love a good Rattler mold, right? I have an OG Rattler from my childhood that I have never once moved the landing gear in over 40 years. Zoran, yeah, that is funny you say that because, I mean, I have an original one. I do. That was originally mine as well. And I cracked off one of the back wheels. But since I've taken it completely apart and put an extra wheel back on it or whatever, but I still don't even move them. So yeah, I have an original one. I have a 25th anniversary one in that box, and I have a loose one from the 25th anniversary, and I have the Tiger Rat, and now I have that A-10 Warthog one. That's pretty sweet. So I mean, damn, they take up a lot of space though. They take up a lot of space. Monkey Dave, yeah, that is G.I. Joe. It is from, I think it's from 1999. G.I. Joe A-10 Warthog. Oh, Thunderbolt. Yeah, Thunderbolt, sorry. No. So I think it is from 1997. Let's see. Yeah, it's actually from 1997. Let's do here, and we'll do browser, and we'll do Yeah, so if you look at it, this is on yojo.com, and it is from 1997, a line, and it comes with Ace version 4 and General Hawk. Yeah, so both those figures are included. That's pretty sweet. This was what the box looked like. Actually, I remember these being out at retail, and I skipped past them. It was such an awesome collection from 1997. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Yeah, very cool edition. I would like to get this version. I would love to get the Autobot Power Glide version of the Rattler as well. But that one's a pricey little thing. So yeah. So in the 2002. Yes. So I have this one as well, the one in the box. That one's pretty sweet. I like that one. Such an awesome display piece, that one is, because it's got that big old window. That one's sweet. I like that one a lot. I got that one. And then, of course, the original Rattler now as well. Yeah. Okay, so back to chat. Zoran, you're so bad. My Rattler, I need the gunner canopy and 2 rear landing gear. Yeah, I know. Those pieces are fragile for sure. It's funny because on that one, it's like even the back gunner canopy is not broken. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a miracle. I have the 2000s gold and orange Rattler. Carlos, yeah, that's cool. A friend of mine has that and has I think electronic sounding guns on it as well. It's funny. Yep, gold and orange is a nice color combo. Yeah, I skipped over that one. I didn't think anyone would want to see it. Nice. I missed all the Joe stuff after a Real American Hero until Classified. Yeah, I know. I think a lot of people think, how is my hard drive? Well, put it this way. I actually forgot about it. I never ran into any issues. I did my YouTube video this week, and it's all edited from that drive. So I didn't run into any issues. So whoever, I can't remember who gave me the $5 last week. It must have really helped. That's fine. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was just a loose cable and I kicked it back in underneath my desk or some of that. Anyways, I should really check on that. Like I said, I think I said a couple of weeks ago, I have a new video card I need to put in my computer. So I'll probably make sure all the cables are, done up, when I can. But that being said, I don't think I have many images to display this week. So hopefully, fingers crossed, no issues this week. Yeah, all that damaging corn. Yes, Zoran. I had the 2-pack STC Power Glide and Soundwave, but sold it a couple years ago. Oh, that's a sweet one. I love that series of exclusives they did with the big boxes. Like you get Hound and the Shockwave, the Hiss, and you can get the Sky Striker with that was Starscream, the Power Glide. Those were epic. Unfortunately, at that time, when they came out, I couldn't afford them, so I just never got them. But they are pretty sweet. And it's funny you say that you sold them off or whatever, because that's what happens, right? People are like, well, do I need this anymore? And then they make a decision. I always do it. I'm like, you know what? There's stuff cluttering up. I told you last week, you can't see it, but above here, I'm putting more retros right here. But so I had to remove some of this stuff from my display. And, I'm like, well, this is loose now. What do I do with it? Do I put it in a box? Do I sell it? Or do I get rid of the Star Wars stuff here and, maybe put it here? I'm probably going to do that. I'm probably going to put the Star Wars stuff away. Leave the vintage guys. Yeah, I'm probably going to take these guys off and put the G.I. Joes here. Just so they hang there. And maybe put this G.I. Joe up here, put the vintage Star Wars guy down here, so they're all in a row. I think that's what I'm going to do. But we'll have to see. Hopefully I'll get that done by next week. It's actually this thing. This whole, you can't see the whole pegboard wall. It goes up, so you can see this one. It goes up 3 more sections after this one, right to the ceiling. These things are a pain to move because often, if you want to put the peg in, I have to remove the ones above it to get it properly aligned. So it's quite the Tetris motion of moving and, like, you know, adjusting things depending what you want to do. Anyways. Okay, Zoran says, okay, enough show and tell. Let's AI generate some more Sydney Sweeney troops. Let's try her as quick kick. You know, Zoran, I know your game there, hey? I know your game. I know what you're thinking because you know what? I thought about it right away as well. You want to match her with Quick Kick because Quick Kick doesn't wear a shirt. Huh. What would the AI do if it was going to match? It would match Sydney Sweeney with Quick Kick, and he doesn't wear a shirt. And you know what? I'm going to tell you right now. The ChatGTP is going to make you a freakish Quick Kick with a Sydney Sweeney head. And you would get scarred for life. There's now going to be a G.I. Joe Tomb Raider crossover coming from Image and Skybound. What do you think about that? Dr. No Good with the good comment. Yeah, I seen that. So just for confirmation, I seen that show up on social media. I believe it is part of the Real American Hero line, number 330, I believe. That's coming in the few weeks or whatever. But the way you said it, it sounded like there was going to be a specific crossover comic. Like, is that something different, or are we just simply talking about that cameo in the 330, the run of the comics? Let me know, Dr. No Good. Add it into the comments. Zoran says he's sold shit that he regrets too. Zoran, how many drinks have you had tonight? Can you count on the one hand? Yeah, it was early in my collection days. Yeah, rearrange everything so Zoran will have his spasm. Yeah, I know. Zoran was mildly obsessed with it last week. I had to put these guys back or whatever. I just, every now and then, I would just like to remind Zoran that this is my collection and that every now and then I can change it up depending how I feel. Anyways. Zoran says, throw all the Star Wars shit in the dumpster. Problem solved. No, bro. Yes, Star Wars has a problem. You're right. It does right now. But it still has a place somewhere in my heart. Especially this guy. I love this guy. Anyways. Look at that. Don't forget there's a poll up. So make sure you click the poll. So yeah. Click the poll. Get some options going there. Chat's pretty light tonight, guys. Okay, so where was I going with this? Oh, okay. Just quick mail call. I already pre-opened this one, and in here, Topeboard says, okay, for 300 points. What is this? Tell me, who wins? Can you tell me what this is? Is the chat frozen? Like, I got 3 minutes ago. That is the last comment from Zoran. Okay, more chats coming in. Saw Viper, I caved about a Hot Wheels hiss from Amazon. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to avoid that. I'm hoping that I can find one locally if they ever show up. Maybe someone's still watching the FIFA. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe everyone's watching FIFA. Anyways, hey Ken, welcome to the show. Looks like a part of a Cobra sled. Oh, Zoran, you're so close. You're so close. I go back. I come over. It is part of the Cobra bug. Oh, that's funny. Actually, never noticed that before. Interesting. Okay. It's so funny when you look at stuff from a different angle. So, I was never a big Bug fan. But I got this for a good deal last year. I showed it on the show or whatever. It's a little dusty. I'm just looking at this, and I never even noticed this before, but all these gun tips are cracked off. Now, I knew this thing was cracked off, but this one is the only one that has a real gun tip. You can see it right there. Okay, but the other ones are all cracked off. That's hilarious. Anyways, this is one of the last parts I need to my Bug, and I have nowhere to lay this. I'm going to lay this right here. This is so dangerous. So, this is the back turret. This is the back turret gun. Live on stream. Boom. Back turret gun snapped in. Now, the only problem here is that this little clip here, which you can't really see on screen, is warped out of place. So this doesn't click in like it should. But I have plans to fix that. So, and then and then coming this week, I actually have missiles that belong to the little ski things. I thought I had one. Anyways, and I'll be almost 100% complete of my Bug. Pretty sweet. Like, something I never really got into, but I mean, this thing is pretty badass now. Like, this is a badass vehicle. Whew. Pretty sweet. It opens up in the back. Got some troops can go in there. It's badass, man. So, Saw Viper says, I stopped collecting when those fluorescent colors started coming out. Yeah, I understand that. This is just like, I never had this as a kid. This one's not too bad. You know what I mean? It's a lot of green and, neon green, neon. Yeah, so it's not too bad. But I enjoy it. I like it. It looks like there's 2 bone dogs right here, too. I guess there's missiles that have to go right there, too, hey? Interesting. Do any of you guys have a Bug? A Bug? Ken, yeah, I do have a Cobra Mamba, and it is in my box way over there. Monkey Dave, is that from Eco Warriors? I don't think it's from Eco Warriors. Maybe around the same time. I'm not very good with like the timestamps on these things. Like, what is this from? Like 1992, 93? I don't know when it is. I mean, I guess we could look it up. The Bug is from 1988. The Bug is from 1988. And Tidarium Hanger, I do have a complete Secto Viper for this. He even has his handgun and his helmet. So pretty sweet little. I love this thing. I gotta put it down because I'm afraid I'm gonna drop it. And I feel like if I dropped it, it wouldn't survive. So I'm just gonna put that down there. Get it out of the way. I kind of stopped collecting a Bug. Bug looks a little front heavy with a major front overhang for the suspension handle. Yeah, it's a fictional vehicle. It's supposed to go in the water. So yeah. Looks like a toy from Capsula, to be honest. Holy shit, Tyrum Hanger's here again. This guy, yeah, Tyrum Hanger. And I actually, we gotta shorten that name. Let's call you T-Hanger from now on. I can never say Tidarium Hanger properly. Oh my god, it kills me. And then I sound like an idiot. So just call you T-Hanger from now on. Ken says, I like the pilot that comes with the Mamba. I'm hoping Classified comes out with him with or without the helicopter. Yeah, he's pretty sweet. I love his face mask. You know what's funny? That face mask that the pilot that pilots the Mamba comes with always reminds me of the mask that Luke Skywalker trains with on the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars: A New Hope, when he tries to block out his vision. those two masks always remind me of them. Anyways, okay. Last two things. Starscream came in. Pretty sweet. I'll get this guy open tonight. Pretty sweet guy. Complete my secret collection for now. Boom. And then I have a problem. I have a combiner problem. Combaticon Onslaught is here. Guys, I think I told you before, okay? I have not combined any of my new combiners at all. Most of them are still in the box. So I really, really need to take some time off and, put together Legacy Menasor, Studio Series 86 Devastator, Age of the Prime Superion, and now Age of the Primes Bruticus. I love my Transformers, but I just don't have time to sit down and transform them all the time. We'll see. You will respect Hiram Hanger and say his full name. He's practically a celebrity. Agreed. The Gyro Viper happens to make a good sandwiches and wraps as well. Zoran does have rage issues for sure. Wow, you can't find Starscream in America. Primer, yeah, is he hard to get, being that he is a Target exclusive? You need him too. Just get the QQT kit for this and have all the individual bots also for Menasor. Just get the... bad thunderstorm here. Sorry, Primer, hope you survive. Zoran, don't worry, Swish. All mine are in the box too. Yeah, I know. It's just... I gotta get them open. I mean, what's the point of having them all if you don't have them open? Let's open Starscream. We'll see Primer. He needs to see this more up close, because he is unable to find it in the US of A. Boom. So box. Got some paperwork. Got the legal Momo Jumbo. Let's see what we got here. Take this off. Monkey Dave says, is there a good Superion that isn't 500? I saw one by Zeta Toys, but that thing was hella expensive. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, Monkey Dave. All those third-party Transformers are way out of my price range. So far out of my price range, it's not even funny. I can't afford any of them. It's funny, so I'm going to TFCon Toronto next week, and they'll usually have some of the prototypes of the third-party stuff on hand. I'll get a few pictures of them and make a video about it as well for the channel. Wow, I almost took my face off. I hope nobody caught that on film. I should really be using scissors, but for some reason I just have this giant steak knife down here. Okay. Zoran says, I picked up 86 Prime this week as well. You know what's funny, Zoran? I actually was in at EB Games the other day, killing some time, and I had Prowl in my hands, and I was like, okay, because people said that Prowl wasn't that great, but I thought he actually looked pretty good. So I'm like, okay, I might get Prowl at some point. Okay, so here we got Mr. Starscream. He's looking pretty sweet. Got some light piping in the back of his head. Okay, let's get those parts out of here. I found a Thundercracker, but yeah, I know Starscream. That sucks, Primer. Keep looking for him. I mean, he's pretty easy to get here in Canada right now. I think if you walked into any EB Games, you'd be able to get him, but I mean, that doesn't really help you. I mean, even if one of us was like, okay, we'll ship him to you, the shipping's gonna, the cost is gonna suck, right? So, it's not really an option. Okay, so, okay, you know what's funny, guys? So, Who has the Seeker, guys? Like, I think I opened the other two on stream, and nobody stopped me here, but I was putting these on here like this. Actually, I might have put them on. I don't know if I put them on. I was putting them on here like this. Or maybe I had it on the other way. Oh, I guess that's what it is. Looks like. Okay. Let me see the instructions here for a second. Let me see the box. Is the box shown? Yeah, okay. No. Anyways, long story short, I didn't realize that you were supposed to put them on the back. I had them on their legs, and it looked kind of... I thought that was the way it was supposed to go, but it's not. We put these little pieces on his wings. Make sure they're in there tight. We'll put these on his back for now. Put these on his back. And then we'll put these on his arm, his null ray blasters. And thus completes my Seeker collection. Dare I? Okay. There's all three. Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Mr. Starscream himself. Pretty sweet. I am actually impressed that I was able to get these all in a fairly timely manner. I do understand that people are kind of annoyed that Starscream is a exclusive in the USA. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that he's exclusive in the USA. But I'm glad I was able to get him fairly easy. The only thing about this mold, if I had to complain, I always think the arms are seem a little short. I don't know. The arms seem a little short, but maybe they're all in relative scale, but they just seem a little short. Anyways, so I'll get him added to my collection. Get him added to the dynamic poses. Anyways, he's gonna go right here for the rest of the show. He gets a star in the show. Look at this mess. Somebody needs to clean up this desk here. Okay, let's see. I missed some chats here. I'm gonna go back. Monkey Dave says I got a Chinese Predaking for $100. That's pretty sweet. So how big is that, Monkey Dave? Like, what's the size on that? Is it based on a specific Transformer mold or a unique one? Zoran says, what are you doing? You are killing the resale value, Swish. Oh, I don't care about resale. They're coming with me. I'm dying with these babies. Legend scale, third party, new age are good and not expensive. Yeah, third party, the legend scale. I like the look of a lot of those legend scale third party Transformers. Once again, I don't need to get into collecting those, so I'll just stick with the Hasbro ones. I said Prowl, you said Prime, I think. No, I said Prowl. I think that's the drunkenness talking. Is that the new Studio Series Starscream? Laser Pants? Yes, it is indeed the new Studio Series Starscream. It's pretty sweet. I'm happy with them. Careful with that knife switch. I know. I almost took my face off. I'm so sorry. That would have been very traumatizing to anyone on stream. I'm sure YouTube would have loved that. Do you have a steak channel that you aren't telling us about? Yeah, I know, right? Hello, welcome to my steak channel. Would you like to buy some steak knives? Anyways, that's hilarious. I'll have to get. That's a good idea. Some wire clippers. Way better than trying to like crazy with the steak knife. Yeah, I agree. Welcome, DT Joey. Just wanted to stop by, right click, and say hello, and hope you all have a great week. By the way, love that new Starscream. Thanks so much for dropping by and saying hello. Really appreciate it. Yep. I have all three Seekers and doubles of Skywarps. I'm a hoarder. Why do you have doubles of Skywarp? Why? I think you mentioned that before. You have a Skywarp collection. There's a new company called Metal Car Bots. Great price and ratcheted joints. 24 to 62. They have a cartoon now. Interesting. Ooh, that Starscream. Yeah. No. DT Joey says he only has Thundercracker so far. Yeah, you got to get all three. You got to have all three. Sorry, just catching up with the chats. The Predaking is 22 to 24 inches. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a nice size, Predaking. I only have the Generation 1 one. All my Transformers are displayed open. I can't wait to get my Prowl and Starscream up there. They'll be here tomorrow. That's nice. I mean, the more I think about it, I'll probably actually pick up the Prowl from EB Games here in Canada. I'll probably get him. It looks pretty sweet. But you know what? I'll wait. It's so weird. Sorry, I got an itchy nose. One thing I have noticed about modern Transformer collectors is a lot of them will buy everything in a wave. And they'll just collect everything. And then like 2 or 3 months later, they go like, I don't really like this. And then they'll sell the stuff for cheap. You don't understand how many times I've gone to TFCon and people are just completely selling like really new waves of figures for dirt cheap. So I'm not going to buy anything before I go to TFCon because you don't understand. You'll just run into people who are like, oh, I don't like Prowl's head. And they'll just like sell it for like $15 or whatever. It's so weird. Anyway, so I'm going to probably pick up Prowl, but I'm going to see if I can stumble upon him at TFCon first. I'm having trouble finding Raptor for a good price. Who will send me their extra Raptor? Help me out, fam. Zoran, I'm assuming you're talking about classified Raptor. I didn't get him. I liked what they did with him in the comic book, the Skybound one. They used that design or whatever. So, I mean, he's pretty cool. I think if I could get him super cheap, I would, but not for his full retail price. Just Dinobot Snarl, love it. That's 2 so far. Yeah, DT Joey, I have to get that Dinobot Snarl as well. Right now, I have Slag, Sludge, and Grimlock. So I'd like to get Snarl to help round out the collection and eventually get Swoop. Zoran, Raptor was just on sale at Toys Snowman Canada's Day Sale. Damn, Zoran sleeping. Sorry, Swish, you won't be picking up squat. I picked up the last Prowl EB in all of Canada. Snooze, you lose. Buddy, I just seen one a couple days ago. I'm planning to go to TFCon Orlando, Florida in October. Primer, that's sweet. I mean, that's going to be a sweet show as well, right? TFCon is always pretty sweet. I'm really always impressed with the guests they get. They got the guy that makes the Soundwave voice from Generation 1 coming, this year. Who else they got? Let's just see. TFCon.ca. So, go here. Not the right one. Okay, so they got Brent. This is I'm going here next week. TFCon Toronto 2026. Brent Miller. He was the voice of Hotshot in Armada and Energon, and it's kind of interesting. The voices of so it's Dan. I'm horrible with names. Gilzavan. He was the voice of Bumblebee, Goldbug, Hotshot, Outback, Rollbar, Scrambler, Skids, and Snapdragon in Generation 1. Okay, pretty sweet. That's awesome. David K, obviously the voice of Megatron and Beast Wars. That's pretty sweet. Optimus Prime and Transformers Animated as well. Oh man, sweet. Okay, that's a good one. Dick Terhune, the voice of Prowl, Quintesson, Scientist, and Transformers Cyberverse. Okay, interesting. James Huron, the voice of Wheeljack and Insecticon in Transformers Prime. Neil Kaplan. Yeah, Neil Kaplan, sorry. Optimus Prime and Robots in Disguise. Okay, interesting. Richard Newman, Rhinox and Beast Wars. And then you got Scott Broley, who is the audio engineer responsible for the voice processing of Transformers Generation 1 and Transformers the movie. Will be there. Responsible for creating Soundwave's voice. That's an interesting one. Xavier Paul Cadeau, the voice of Dead End in Transformers Cyberverse. And then you got a couple of writers, artists. Alex Millen is always coming. He's good. He's a good time. So yeah, pretty good guests for Transformer TFCon Toronto. So I always go. Usually what I do is I will actually go and check out all of the panels. And you know what? A lot of the panels are 50 minutes or whatever, or like 45 to 50 minutes. I always go and check them out. And sometimes, like, you know, if it's not for me, I'll leave like after 10 minutes and go back to the dealer room or whatever. But I always make sure, because that's part of your ticket, right? To go check these things out. So, you know what? It's pretty cool. Oh my God, he's sold out until, oh my God. Zoran, he'll come up again on Amazon for sure. Zoran, life's getting you down. Collecting shouldn't be that stressful, buddy. Stressful. Is he not available on Amazon.ca? Wow, I can't type. Let's see. G.I. Joe Classified Raptor. Oh yeah, you're right. He's not available right now. And then the third-party guys are selling them for way too much. He'll come up again. Don't worry, Zoran. Don't worry. Be happy. Oh, yeah, I got... Second now, guys. Look, Zoran, just to make you... Okay, guys. Time out for a second. I gotta share a picture for a second. I think it might randomly access that bad hard drive. Let's see. Hopefully the Steam doesn't crash. The stream. Okay, it didn't. Good. This is for you, Zoran. Boom. Sydney Sweeney as Iceberg. What do you think, Zoran? Would you prefer this or the actual Iceberg we're getting in Classified? Did this earlier just for you, Zoran, because I knew you were gonna talk about it, because I told you I would do it last week, and yeah, I follow through on my promises. So I'll just leave that there for a few minutes for Zoran. Oh no. Amazon had him for like $39 for the longest time, and I kept saying he will go cheaper, and I waited too long. Now he's gone. Yeah, it's hard. You're right. You know what? When you play that game with Amazon and you don't know if you're going to win or lose, right now, for me, I'm doing that with my G.I. Joe Classified Destro. I canceled him a couple weeks ago, and you know what? I'm going to see if he goes on sale. I'll play that game. I'll see if he goes on sale. I'm too sad to care about Ice Bitch. We talked about her last week. Wow, Zoran. You have issues, buddy. You have issues. That's hilarious. Okay, guys, get that votes. Let's get the votes up for the poll, the 20, at least 20, to make it representative of how many people are here. It's at 16. Get it up there. 4 more votes. Let's get a couple more votes in. An Iceberg remix. Would love to see Sydney Sweeney as cover girl. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, it's pretty much. Let's find some G.I. Joe Classified retro cover girl. We need just one second, guys. Let me get some reference material. Okay, 1 second. Yep. Okay, I got one. And then let's do downloads. That one plus that one. Combine. Okay, it's cooking. It's cooking. It's cooking. Where's my chat? Where's my chat? Ice Bitch is a good code name for a female Cobra Snowtrooper. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know if that one would get past the censors, but that one is pretty good. You're right. That looks nice. Thanks, Primer. I think she took your steak knife. Maybe she should be the new Tomb Raider. I mean, I think. Look, let's be honest. Look, Sydney Sweeney is she's a pretty lady, okay? And I think a lot of people would love to see her in a lot more properties than she is currently in. But you know what? Maybe that's how her career goes down the line. I don't know. We'll see. Also, need Big Boa. I effed up on him and waited so long. Oh my god, my life is over. Big Boa, and it's nothing. You didn't miss anything there. I may have a Big Boa or Zoran, Saw Viper, helping you out. Now I gotta settle for garbage like Overkill. Yeah, I'm not getting Overkill whatsoever. He looks so bad. Let me see. Okay. This one. This is where AI doesn't work very well, okay? This one didn't work as well. So that's what AI gave us for Cover Girl match with Sydney Sweeney. I mean, I don't know. It's more heavily produced. The one on the left with the iceberg is more her face. The one on the right looks more like a render, right? So, whatever. It didn't work out that great, but still, it fills the gap, I guess. Look at Saw Viper having 3 big boas. Did you get them on sale? I just did Big Lob unboxing at Zoran. Big Lob's pretty sweet. On a happy note, I did get Footloose today. Gotta get cut. Zoran, where did you get Footloose? Did you get them on sale somewhere? Or like, did you just order from Amazon? Because the Footloose is one that I think is pretty quality, but I never picked him up. I'd love to get him on sale. Billionaire says Overkill is so dope in hand. It's funny you say that, Billionaire, because I guess somebody had posted something somewhere on social media and they were saying that they hated how he had the human face behind his mask and the mask never stayed on. So anyways, I was just commenting about that. Yeah. So, yeah, Zoran, where'd you get Footloose? Stay on topic, buddy. Stay on topic. Okay. So, one was on sale and I used extra boarhead from Road Pig on him. Interesting. $36.99 at EB Games in Niagara Falls. Had to drive out to get him. He's not the easiest to find, strangely. Oh, buddy. $37 for Footloose. No, I'm not doing $37 for Footloose. I'll wait for him to go on sale on Amazon Canada. Amazon USA. Oh, he's maybe not even on there anymore. Damn, maybe Footloose is hard to get. Damn, Heavy Duty's down to $26 American. Interesting. Maybe Footloose is hard to get. Oh no, here he is. Oh no, he's not in stock. You're right, he's not in stock currently. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to keep an eye on that. I don't have a Footloose. Yeah, Zoran, but normally, was he that price when he released? Because usually they keep the prices that they release at, right? They don't like if he released before the price hike. Usually, I don't know what I'm talking about. He doesn't have them. Okay, no worries. I think I'd wait for a sale. I would have waited for a sale. Also, don't forget, Zoran, if you're ordering any online, you're supposed to buy them from my Amazon store. Okay, so, okay, we might as well. So I'll end the poll here. Did I end the poll already? I think I did. No, I didn't. It's right here. End poll. Okay. The meaning of life comes in at 12%, guys. The meaning of life is just to have fun and enjoy it because it is so short. There you go. Transformers, 29%. G.I. Joe, 59%. We already talked a lot of Transformers, actually, for this show. Obviously, this show is more heavily G.I. Joe focused a lot of times, just because Yo-Jo June was so prevalent. Anyways, but we talked about a lot of Transformers earlier. Like, I got my Seekers. I got to work on my Combiners. Yeah, it's still loving Starscream. He's looking good. Got to fix his head here, though. But G.I. Joe, and you know what's funny, guys? Transformer G.I. Joe movies got 0%, and that was one of the topics for today's stream. Yeah. How much are Joes in Canada now? Joes in Canada range a bit. So some independent people are still charging about $35 Canadian, but like EB Games wanted 43 Canadian, and then normally they're about 37 Canadian or whatever. So, and you know, depends. Amazon has its dynamic pricing. So, yeah, they're expensive. It kind of sucks. I'm kind of slowing down on classified right now. I'm only buying them when they're on sale, really. Like I do still have Airtight and a Hydro Viper coming, which they haven't been delivered as of yet. And then what did I think I might have pre-ordered a Toxo Viper from the new one, the new wave. But besides that, I'm slowing down because they're really expensive. Oh, I forgot to say, I also got the Cowboy Guy Sundance. Yeah. I don't have Footloose, and it's going up on the secondary market, which I didn't pass on. Congrats, Zoran. I know, Footloose is one of those weird ones. I thought he would have been a shelf warmer, but I think a lot of people really liked the action figure when it did come out. He was a really good quality, and he was so badass. So I think he is harder to get. Carlos says, my Airtight Sundown Hydro Viper Overkill Wave is supposed to arrive tomorrow. That's awesome. That's a great way to kick off the week. I'm actually off tomorrow, guys. I'm on holidays. Woo! I have family visiting. Had to show them a good time. So tomorrow I'm off. So yeah. So hopefully I'll might pick up some stuff tomorrow. I already said I was picking up some stuff tomorrow. $38 about the same as $28 US, I guess. Yeah, roughly, I think. Same here, classified at $42.99. I hope nobody's buying them at $43. July 10th for the Hydro Viper, Saw Viper says. Seen mixed reviews on YouTube for Airtight. Not sure if I'll get them or not. Interesting. DT Joey, what were some of the mixed reviews? Like, what are some of the issues with him? I think they cut the production numbers to try to avoid stuff going to Roscon. Monkey Dave, that is a good point. You know what I mean? If they're overproducing, I've covered this in a couple of videos. If they are indeed overproducing and stuff just goes to clearance, it hurts the brand, right? I'm listening. I'm helping the wife at the moment. Oh, I know what that means. So that means you can pull an all-nighter, right? No, Carlos, no. I had a full day today. I'm so tired. I was driving around and stuff like that. I went to a different city, showing some people some stuff. And I forgot my water. I don't have a water here. Um, so yeah, but I actually earlier this evening I was so tired. I'm like, okay, I'll do a quick stream. I'm pretty good right now, but I might have to go get a drink. I'm really thirsty. Airtight hoses are tough to get in the holes. Okay, that's what she said. I really see Joe's below $21 for a while now. I know, Monkey Dave, like on Amazon USA, like when they hit like $16, $17, that's a sweet point. But like they're not going below like 21, like 22 now. It seems like that's the new sale price. TDG, TDJ. TD Joey says, refuse to pay $43 for a G.I. Joe classified special forces figure. It's cool, but now at that price, Hasbro can piss off. Woo! That's some tough language there. Okay. I gotta make a deal with you guys. I gotta go get a drink, okay? And so that means I gotta step away from the stream for a second. I gotta get my bug out of the way. Okay? There's 25 people here right now. If I go get a drink, is there gonna be 25 people here when I return? Okay? Look, I'll even put Sydney Sweetie back on the screen. I'm gonna run and get a drink. I'll be 30 seconds, okay? 30 seconds, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. 25 people still here. Awesome, nobody left. Zoran left. That's too bad. Too bad. He's out. Ken says, yeah, I'm not paying $43 for any figure unless it's San Diego Comic-Con one like Chuckles or Pythona. Yeah, I still need a Pythona. Let's all leave and come back in a minute. Go. Do it. Wow, Zoran. Wow. Anyone collect Marvel Legends? Okay, TG Joey, what is your question about Marvel Legends? Because that is something I'm picking up tomorrow, but I do not collect Marvel Legends anymore. But it is something I'm picking up tomorrow. And I can go into a quick detail about that. But what is your issue with Marvel Legends? Cindy can be Bomb Strike or Cobra Chameleon as well. Ooh, Cobra Chameleon. I hope they do a G.I. Joe classified figure of her, because she's pretty cool. She didn't really get used too much in the Skybound series so far. Oh wait, yeah, no, this is what I'm thinking about. Just 1 second. Like, did they use her in the Skybound series very much? I don't think they did. Because I'm trying to remember, like, she was just a side character. Like, I thought she was gonna be like one of like the main characters, but they didn't really use her a lot. Second now. Just 1 second. Ba, 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 ba. Whoa. Zoran, you wanted to leave so fast. You're hilarious. I just got a brand new day. Spider-Man, yeah, it's meh, a big meh. I started about a year ago. Only got like main characters. So, Monkey Dave, but you bought 3 Sentinels. Oh my god. Just quickly about Marvel Legends. I had a bunch of Marvel Legends, and I was not a bunch. It was just a side thing for me. And I was like, nope, I'm going to collect the MCU characters. And I started to collect them. Long story short, I got out of it. I didn't want them anymore. But I've talked about this before. There's this, just one second. How can I get this very quickly for you guys? Just give me 1 second to find something for you guys. Asking a lot of you guys lately. Why isn't this working? Yes, it's right here. So, this is something I'm supposed to pick up tomorrow. So, if I go back here, I'll get rid of this Sydney. So, this guy on Facebook has this for sale. So, this is my absolutely favorite comic book series is X-Men Age of Apocalypse. I have the whole comic book series. This guy is basically selling all these characters from Age of Apocalypse. How much would you pay for this? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 regular characters. Plus Colossus is the Build-A-Figure. So you've got 10 characters. How much would you pay for this? What is this? What do you think this is worth? There's a JoJo Tomb Raider crossover going to happen in October from Image Sky. It'll be interesting, but it's not another edition. It's not another. Okay. Should I bite the bullet and get Alpine already so I don't have a big boa regrets on him? Sure. Order him from my Amazon store. Thanks. Chameleon was in the Destro series. Chameleon has been underutilized for sure. Same buck from other same web, couple of different things. Ordered 2 retro eels from Amazon and brother arrived in rough shape. The hell with Amazon. They're sending me 2 replacements. Nice. That's hilarious. I only do DC comic Marvel Legends, mainly X-Men and Spider-Man. Age of Apocalypse was a good story. Sugarman is a crazy looking character. I got all of them at Ollie's for $6 each. Oh, that's nice. It's funny you say that because I got this Age of Apocalypse Rogue at Ollie's. I think it was like $9. So I got this, but this guy here is selling all these for $80 Canadian. $80 Canadian for all those. I mean, I think that's a once in a lifetime thing. That's a one-stop shop basically for almost all of the Age of Apocalypse figures. You're only missing a handful of them, right? So, I mean, I think I'm going to get this tomorrow, pick it up. I think $80, you can't beat that. That's like, less than $10 a figure. I think that's pretty good. I forgot, I also got Diary Tech and Ninja Guy from Walmart this week. All arrived in perfect shape. Zoran, it seems like you got a lot of stuff this week. Maybe you should have your own live stream where you talk about this stuff. Like, it seems like you got a lot of stuff coming in the mail. Yeah, Marvel Legends. Anyways, yeah, they're not for everyone. Don't worry. Okay, quickly, guys, quickly. So, this week's video was related to the new movie news. This is the God damn it. This was the thumbnail basically for this week's video. You see what I did here though? So this is the classic Springfield comic book cover. It usually has Scarlet here. I replaced her with Duke or whatever, right? Because that's the rumor. It's going to be a Duke movie. And then I put this little sign here where it says, you know, Paramount now filming. I thought it was pretty clever. Yeah, didn't get very many views. The thing is with news, you got to hit the day it comes out. Anyways, what do you guys think of this new move? What do you think of this new movie? Potentially. You know, this rumor that he was working on, the Danny McBride was working on a Dreadnoks movie, and he, you know, Paramount's like, whoa, we gotta make a G.I. Joe movie first. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like these, like the G.I. Joe movies, the Transformer movies, they can be a bit of a letdown at times. So I have to go in cautiously optimistic. What do you guys think? Well, now, Zoran just said he spent $1,200 on toys last month. Bro, you got to keep some money for food and rent. Wow, you guys, $1,200 on toys. Nice. Ollie's and Ross are like help us out a lot with discounted toys. Think I'm dying though, because the last month I've been shitting blood, so I have only a few months. Okay, Zoran, I think you're fine. Jody, I think it's gonna be good. McBride's a pretty good writer. Yeah, okay. I mean, he does have some skills. He has some credits underneath his name. Danny, it depends if they get the right vibe for it, right? Danny McBride might do it justice, might work. Me and Saw are irresponsible spending besties, yeah? If they don't do G.I. Joe movies first, they'll lose the license back to Hasbro. Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't even make sense anyways, right? Because if he might have a great Dreadnoks movie written, if the Dreadnoks movie came out first and it bombed, then you might not get a G.I. Joe movie, right? You gotta do the G.I. Joe movie first. I hope I didn't spend $1,200. It was a couple hundred though. I want a comic accurate Cobra Trooper with the red face mask. Interesting. Yeah. I think more of the cartoon look personally. That's just me. They're setting up a big universe with Energon Universe. I think Danny has something good cooking. I hope so, Saw Viper. There's at least some hope this movie could be good. I know, there's hope. There's hope. But I've been scarred so many times. Fine, then why did the doctor set me up for oncology? Because he's just checking your health. Maybe you had some rough poop and it teared your innards a little bit. You'll be okay. We got positive vibes from the Joe community sending your way. That issue in the comic was really good. You know what's funny? I don't even know if I've read that issue before. I have to be honest. Joe Bear, welcome. Woo! Dreadnoks could make a cameo appearance, then lead into possible sequel. Yeah, Carlos, you're rocking it, obviously. That's what they should totally do. You know, expand. You know, that's what they gotta do. They gotta start to build out this now. And they tried it with the original movies where they're like, okay, we're gonna do this modern look for it or whatever. No. It's time to go back to the original source content and just like make that a movie, right? Either take the comics, take the cartoon, make it work. They got people who can do this now. If it all, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? If At the very least, throw it into AI and make something come out good. That was a joke, by the way. That was a joke. Wouldn't be surprised if they did that as well. You had me at AI cover girl. Glad you enjoyed it. Not noticing any new friend requests on my Instagram. Oh my God, Zoran, you're a character, my friend, a character. You'll be okay, Zoran. Don't worry. We're not going to start a GoFundMe just yet for you, okay? You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You forgot you need a night creeper. Buddy, night creepers are badass. He's still sitting here on the desk. Get a night creeper, man. He's so cool. He's flying my Cobra Claw. I don't know why, just because I wanted to put it on him. It's like ninja, so he can just jump off and be like, yeah, karate kick. You know what I mean? Anyways. I gotta get this hung up somewhere. I gotta put it somewhere. Especially what's coming next week. Anyways. Hella Geek Evening. Welcome to the chat. I was on a podcast called The Forge and shared something I know about these movies. Well, I mean, you might as well share it here too, right? I have a bunch of them, Zoran. What are we talking about, Zoran? Oh, Saw Viper's hooking you up all over the place tonight, Zoran. He's a good friend of yours. Hella Geek. Danny McBride is a real writer. Doubt he'll resort to AI. No, that was a joke earlier. And I was pleased to hear him talk about the comics Springfield. I think he's trying to go back to the roots of G.I. Joe and perhaps Hammer. I know. I mean, he seemed very serious about it. Not serious, but into it. He seemed passionate about it. So hopefully, he can have the right creative team. They can get the right visual look. They can get the right characters. And they can make something really, really good. Look, I'll be honest with you. I want them to succeed. I'm just worried sometimes, corporate gets in the way or licensing gets in the way and they mess it up. I want them to succeed. Like I said in my video, my long form video this week, I remember hearing rumors when I was 9 or 10 that they were going to make a live action G.I. Joe movie. I've been waiting a long time for a real American hero live action movie. And you know what? They have the skills and the tools to do it now. And the special effects are there. I really hope they can pull something off that's epic. It could be something as simple as the Joe convoy being passed by a motorcycle gang on their way to Springfield. Yeah. So the G.I. Joe will be a lot based on the Alara Hama comics. Awesome. I think that's what a lot of people would love, right? I think that's where the goal. A lot of people are going to come back for nostalgia reasons if they're like, hey, this is based on the comic book series or whatever, because a lot of people grew up with that comic book series and it means a lot to them. Yeah. Hella Geek, yeah, we're going to keep those fingers crossed or whatever. Guys, I totally forgot to mention, if you're here, make sure you hit the like button as well. Think about hitting the subscribe button if it may be your first time here or if you haven't subscribed as of yet. And I keep on mentioning now is that Google wants us to hit the bell as well so you don't miss out on any of these live streams. You get notifications when they happen. You think it would be based in the 80s or current day? That is an interesting one. That is very interesting. Obviously, it would take a lot more work to bring it back to the 80s and get that vibe correct and stuff like that. I don't know what they're going to do with that. That one's a tough one. T. Anger, I'm sure he's got a lot of stuff to do, right? So he can't hang out here all night with us cool people. He's got, he's probably got to jump in and like, visit a few different like live streams, make some appearances. So, I appreciate him stopping by. Whatever. That's really cool that he does. Saw Viper, I'd love to see it based in the 80s. I think that'd be very cool. The finished Bayverse and once more one to finish Bayverse and the one more G1 Cybertron Earth. I don't know what we're talking about here. G.I. Joe will be in the today's time. Ship your double pack to irons. Anyways, so what do we got? So we got this G.I. Joe movie coming, which, in theory would be followed with a Dreadnought movie. Then after that, we're supposed to still have a Transformer G.I. Joe crossover movie, which I have no faith in whatsoever. And then I believe we are still supposed to have a regular Transformer movie as well. So there's a lot of stuff there coming down the pipes. We've got our Skybound cartoon coming as well. I would absolutely love, if they did a X-Men 97 with with Generation 1 Transformers. That would be awesome. I would love that if they continued that on. That would be awesome. But I don't think we'll ever get that. Need a haircut. Yeah, I need a haircut for sure. Monkey Dave, they should get all British actors to play Joes like in Walking Dead. That'd be hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah. Was there something else? Oh, where did I get this? Oh, shit. Just 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. 1 second. And sorry, guys. I was doing something. Joe should be near future. It makes Cobra shenanigans more plausible. Carlos, that's a good point. Yes, an R-rated Joe cartoon. Can't wait for that Skybound thing. I still remember the warm feelings I had going to the theater to see the first Joe live-action movie. I was so excited. The movie was okay, not great, but I did like it at the time. Yeah, it's a horrible movie, Zoran. Sorry, you're wrong. Rabbit. Hi, SwishPOP, your name. Hi, how are you? Welcome. The scripts have been worked on for the past 6 months. I worked in the movie business. Oh, it's pretty sweet. Late joining in, watching again later from the beginning. That's cool, Rabbit. Thanks for joining. Welcome. Join. Chat. Okay, let's energize this chat by getting ChatGPT make a Sydney Sweeney Dr. Manman. Get it? Okay, it's so funny. So, I actually tried to do the Chameleon Sydney Sweeney mashup, but it's hilarious, right? ChatGPT was like, no, we can't do it. They said, we're so sorry, but the image you created may violate our guardrails around lightly sexual or provocative themes. If you think you got it wrong, please retry or edit your prompt. Then I re-edited my prompt, and it's like, you've hit the free plan limit for image generation requests. You can create more images in 22 hours. Okay, so that's it. Can't do any more right now. Sorry, I got something stuck in my throat. So, yeah, anyways, the movie stuff, I really hope they do a good job. My fingers are crossed. I think, like, we're not going to... When are we getting a release date for this thing? It basically said, Danny McBride, that it would probably... And, okay, actually, let's back up for a second. I noticed a lot of people who reported on this said that it is scheduled to start in 2027. I believe McBride said, we hope it starts in 2027, because it's not a guaranteed thing just yet. So, I mean, hopefully it starts filming in 2027. That takes 6 months. Special effects takes another 2 or 3 months. You're not getting this thing until 2028, 2029, depending on what time of year they want to put it out in. I'm the one who thinks classified sci-fi is actually really well done. Yes, you are, Zoran. Classified sci-fi, I don't think is a good character whatsoever. I think he looks really bad. He's like a cheap version of RoboCop. Saw Viper likes it. Your buddy likes it. You guys are just in cahoots now. Oh, I haven't opened my BotBots yet. I gotta make a video on that. Rabbit, what do you about the new G.I. Joe team making figures in the future? I'm not really worried about it, Rabbit. I think in theory they know how to handle the brand, and hopefully they'll just hire good designers, good, people, new people that have skills. And I don't think they would put out anything that doesn't match with whatever they were putting out already. They're not going to hurt the brand. So if they're not going to put out low quality things. So I think they'll be fine. Primer, yes, it starts the 2027 because if they don't, Hasbro gets back the license. Paramount does not want to lose the license of any IP. It looks like the movie will be made by the end of 2028-2029. Greetings all from Planet Cobra. Welcome, Commander Unicron. Cool. So you're doing another Cine live stream tomorrow night. I'll have it for next week. I got to get another plan or another what's it? I don't know. I'll have to look into some more AI people that can create us some stuff for fun. I still think I like the the Iceberg one better. It's Iceberg. Which one was the best one from last week? We had Lara Croft. We had the Taxi Viper. I think these are the best two. Pretty sweet. Overkill is more RoboCop. Yeah, I sure hope that the JoJo movie goes absolutely all out. Yeah, Commander Unicron, I agree. Sorry, it said Hazard. It was supposed to say Hasbro. I hate autocorrect on my phone. Yeah, no worries. You're watching on your phone, dude? That's hilarious. That's probably like why Sci-Fi, he has about 4,000 vibes. Got to get the Joe movie done before the Oscars. Yeah, they got to win some Oscars. Could Sci-Fi version 2 be better than version 1? Sci-Fi version 2. Remind me what he looks like. G.I. Yeah, I think Sci-Fi version 2 is pretty sweet. I think he might look better than version 1. I think you might be correct. I think Sci-Fi version 1 though is more iconic because people are used to seeing him in the I believe the cartoon. But the version 2 is a pretty sweet design. I just ordered Alpine and Retro Car Joe Trooper for $22 on Amazon. Nice job, Zoran. Do you think they will make more vehicles? Are the G.I. Joe team going to make all G.I. Joe figures? Rabbit, I think they're always making more vehicles. I think we'll see more stuff at San Diego Comic-Con this year. So, give it a couple more weeks. We'll get more details. We'll get more Triple T details. Probably more teases for stuff coming too. And other news, Commander Unicron, I had to send back my Roboson Soundwave due to bad gyros. He wouldn't stand up. Hope their replacement comes soon. It's the first time I've ever had any issues with any of them. Interesting. That's very interesting. I mean, if he can't stand up, he's not very useful, hey? At least they were able to let you send him back, get a replacement coming. Hopefully you get that back very, very soon. Yeah, Airtight Sydney Sweeney needs a redo for sure. I'll work on it for next week. See if I can add her to the collection. I found I know what to do now. She was the first one and she was a little rough. But the new version 2 models are a bit better. Do you think they will make a more... Yeah, we already answered that. Well, I mean, Rabbit, I don't think they can make every single G.I. Joe character. I think the line will run out before then. But I do think they will make a majority of them, and especially the good ones, right, that people want. It's got to sell. So, I mean, if they're not going to make stuff that doesn't sell. Speaking of that, actually, I'll finish the chat for a second. I feel like they're going to mostly do figures going forward. Monkey Dave, what vehicles we got in the last year besides Snake Claw, Despoiler, and the Ostriker? That's it. We only have the Triple T coming right now. I'm sure they advertised the Polar Battle Bear at San Diego Comic-Con last year. Maybe I'm mistaken. Super 7 Hasbro are going to go strong with Energon Universe. Yeah, I think that's correct, Primer. There are so many G.I. Joe figures like to collect, but the prices are high. Rabbit, everyone is feeling the pain. Everyone. Don't worry, you're not the only one. Snowcat and Arctic Hisk later in the year, Monkey Dave. Found Roberson Megatron at Value Village for $16.99. Score. You wish. You wish. Guys, I don't think, if I remember correctly, did somebody tell me, sorry, one second. Did we talk about Sci-Fi, Night Force Sci-Fi in the last week's chat? I don't think we did. I think I forgot to talk about him. What are your thoughts on Night Force Sci-Fi? In the chat right now. Let's go. Boom. I'll fix up. I'll put him over here. I'll put Toxo Viper Sydney judging over here too. Commander Unicron, Dave T. Allen alluded to some big things coming to the Classified line, said that our biggest wants and wishes may be made to come true. That's a crazy talk. So, I mean, when was this talk? When did he talk about this? Like, you sure this didn't cover, like, Hooded Cobra Commander, maybe? I guess we'll see what they show off at San Diego Comic-Con in New York. Yeah, they'll have something for sure. Agree with you. And did you pre-order figures G.I. Joe live stream this year? I only pre-ordered a couple of them. I think I did Toxo Viper. I think that's it I got so far. Oh no, I got Cobra Commander, Hooded Cobra Commander as well. No, I didn't. Yeah, I think I got off the stream and I forgot to talk about him. I mean, what are your thoughts now? Let's see. If I pull this guy down, I actually do enjoy the Night Force guys. So I have Tunnel Rat here. And I don't know, I like them. I have Tunnel Rat. Of course I have Ripcord. Who else do I have? Who else is on that Night Force group? Who am I missing, guys? So the Wolf guy I don't have. Shooter I don't have. Shooter's a Night Force as well, right? Oh, and then there's the Flint and Quirrell not Flint. Not Raptor. Falcon and Quirrell 2-pack. I don't have that guy. And I don't have Shockwave. Wow, I feel like I don't have any of the Night Force guys. I thought I had a few more than that. Carlos, I actually really like this design. It's funny because the guys over at G.I. Joeberg, they weren't really happy with this design. I kind of like it. I think I was never a OG sci-fi fan. Not sci-fi. This is Psych Out. Sorry. I think I keep going and call him sci-fi. Psych Out. I was never an OG Psych Out fan. This guy's pretty cool. Looks like he comes with a pool of red blood similar to what I'm seeing. Yeah, I guess that's an effect. You can't really tell from the 3D render. I believe Toxo Viper Mole will be used as a retooling for Mask. I hope so, Primer. That'd be so awesome. Night Force Psychout looks good. Definitely better than the original, yeah. He made these claims in a recent live stream. Next year is the 10th anniversary for Joe Fest. So he said everyone is going big. Excellent. Did anyone here in chat go to Joe Fest? I like him. Too bad he's a Walmart exclusive. Yeah. He should be up for pre-order in a couple weeks, I believe. As long as you order him early, you should be able to get him. Parth Varma. His tech is to fight Crystal Ball's Dire Tech. Yeah, I know, Joe Daddy. It's pretty cool. So he's like combating the Dire Tech stuff. So, you know, that's pretty cool. I've seen that. Too soon on Raptor. Biggest wants and wishes. I mean, us fanatics don't hold back. I'll take a Teardrome, a Defiant, and heck, throw in a flag as well. Wow. You need a new house. You need a new garage, like a new wing of your house for all that stuff in classified size. Night Force Crazy Legs. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Crazy Legs. I have him too. But I thought there was another one. I thought there was another one. My computer is slowing down. I got itchy nose, guys. Itchy nose. I'd like to see Fast Drive. Fast Drive would be pretty cool. I have yet to go to Joe Fest. Want to make it next year. I want Fast Drive 2. What are the chances of getting Walmart exclusive if you're not able to get it on Walmart? I mean, I feel like finding the actual Walmart exclusives in a Walmart is pretty hard. Oh yeah, Night Force, Quick Kick, and Beachhead. There's a lot of Night Force guys I don't have. Hasbro should make a big dream project like a Sky Striker and a Whale. and they answered all my questions. Oh, okay. So, okay, all right. So I asked ChatGTP to do up a list. There's Big Ben, Shooter, Tunnel Rat, the Wolf Spider, Ripcord, and Crazy Legs. Then you got Falcon and Quirrell, Beachhead and Quick Kick, and you got Shockwave. And of course, now the new one is Sci-Fi. So I have Big Ben and Tunnel Rat, Ripcord, Crazy Legs, and I'm gonna get Psych Out. I would like to get the Shockwave Pursuit Cycle. That'd be pretty cool. And I would probably take the Beachhead and Quick Kick as well. But I don't know. And I skipped on the Wolf Spider. He seemed cool, but I'm not a fan of the original guys. So I just skipped on him. ChatGTP is really good for doing up lists. Hasbro, Whale, and Sky Striker would fully back. Oh, for sure. We will back it. Whale and Cutter for sure. Yeah. I think that would be so big. I think they would make it so expensive as well. Anyways, I really like Psych Out. I'll be pre-ordering Psych Out when he comes available on Walmart's website. I'll make sure I put up links on the community page once they do go live for USA and Canada. My cold's coming back, guys. I got stuff draining my throat. It's super annoying. Zoran's had too much to drink tonight. Holy shit, there's actually a rabbit and a monkey in the chat. Wow. That is hilarious, 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 hilarious indeed. Yojo Daddy, Joe Fest was amazing. Got to hang out with Lenny and Corey for 3 hours, and they answered any questions I had. Next year will be even better. That's really cool, Yojo Daddy. I'm really impressed. I think you mentioned that last week. That is so awesome. I'm so jealous. Is it busy there at Joe Fest? Is this something I need to go to next year? Psych Out is gonna sell out before it even goes on sale. It happens a lot of times. You're right, Commander Unicorn. Walmart always posts the link early by accident. I want to go to Joe Fest next year. I do too. Definitely worth it. Yeah, I want to go there as well. Like, who was there? Yojo Daddy. Like, I'm assuming there's a lot of vendors. I'm assuming there's a lot of, like, say, third-party stuff. I'm assuming there's a lot of actual G.I. Joe stuff. But, like, do people have, like, you know, like, you can, like, have, like, bins of parts for vehicles? You know, I need this very specific part I can go and buy. Or, like, how does, like, the finishing of stuff work? Like, you know, do they have the individual parts to buy? Or is it just, like, you know, I have, you know, a bunch of classified to sell. You know, how does it work related to that? I want to meet Lenny and the rest of the Joe team. Yeah, that'd be sweet. I'd love to know how many of each figure they actually produce now and 2 years ago. Yeah, Monkey Dave, I would love to have those numbers as well. I would love to know if the numbers have gone up or gone down. Best show I've ever best show I've ever been to. I'll be back next year. Are the hotels expensive? Where do you stay, Yojo Daddy? Sorry, Lenny can no longer go since he's not employed by Hasbro. This was his last year, unfortunately. It's not an official Hasbro event, isn't it? Swish, from what I've seen, there's a main vendors and then the hallway sales is where all the good stuff is. Where the hell is Joe Fest even at? Where's it at, guys? Is it like Missouri or something? Where is it? I'm not familiar offhand. I should be. 10th anniversary for Joe Fest is a milestone event. Gonna wait 5 years just for the 15th, so I'll definitely be going. Just hope Sergeant Slaughter makes it next year. He's getting up there. Augusta, Georgia. Yeah, sorry. I knew it was somewhere. Yojo Daddy, what are the hotel prices like? Is it hard to get a hotel room? Is it hard to get tickets to the show? Oh, okay. It is an official Hasbro event. I didn't know it was. Hasbro will send a living overkill to watch Joe Fest. No ex-employees there to talk trash. Okay. Oh, sir. Yeah, it's all there. If not on the floor, then the lobby swap. I have the production numbers. They have been the same the last 4 years. Hasbro never goes. Lenny was there for a boss fight, so Hasbro is in the rear view. It's in Augusta, Georgia. Joe Fest. I might as well join the mailing list. See what I did there? I put it away so you guys can get my email address. Joe Fest. June 25th to 27th. It's my birthday. Toys, comics, tickets on sale. Buy tickets today. Buy tickets. The event is passed. Okay. I just wanted to see how much tickets were. Password to get in the shop. Vendor list. Interesting. The website's a little lackluster here, I have to say. Second floor. Vestibule. Interesting. Can we go to 195, 189? Interesting. Okay. Monkey Dave. What secret are we talking about, Monkey Dave? Oops, I forgot. This is still on this. Okay. Zoran says I gotta end the show, guys. Actually, you know what's funny? I think I will end the show here, though. Zoran is really mad with me, and he needs to get some sleep. I know, Carlos. That's what I'm thinking. Perfect birthday trip. Booyah! Gonna tell the wife about it in the morning. let's go to Georgia to go to a G.I. Joe convention. I'm sure she'll be all for that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Sorry, guys. It's getting hard to talk. My nose is draining into my throat, and it's gross. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end the show now in a few seconds. So I do appreciate everyone coming out. We got a pretty good fun stuff on here. There was a little lackluster news this week. I got some awesome stuff though. And I will have something big to share with you next week. So make sure you come back. So I'll end the show right now. And thank you for coming out. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. And make sure you come back next week because we'll be back here. So next week, Saturday, I'm going to TFCon. And Sunday I have to drive back. Saturday, what the hell is this? Sunday night will be a long day, but I will come back and hopefully do a live stream next Sunday night after TFCon. So it'll probably be a little G.I. Joe Transformer focused, but we'll talk G.I. Joes, don't worry as well. And we'll show off maybe what I got at TFCon. But yeah, anyways, so think about coming back next week and join in the fun. Hopefully everyone's still entertained. Commander Unicorn sent Flow State. Thank you, good sir. That's cool. What is that? Is that a sticker? I don't know what that is. Tell me what that is. For 200 jewels. I don't know what that means. I'm a rookie. Interesting. Super stickers. Anyways, okay, guys, sorry. Okay, I'm getting tired. I'm still sick. I thought it was over my cold, but the draining is happening. Anyways, so thanks for showing up. I really appreciate it. We'll see you back here next week. Come back, have some fun, bring all your secrets. Let's talk G.I. Joe and Transformers. Maybe look at some more swapped up Sydney Sweeney pictures if you like that or what. Anyways. Zoran, you're so mean. You'll be back here next week. I talk Transformers just for you. Thanks, Commander Unicron. I really appreciate it. Okay, I'll see you next week, guys. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.